New Nestlé Ceravita with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins, iron, and minerals that gives children the nutrients they need for a great start for school. New Nestlé Ceravita with Grain Smart, also available in a small affordable pack.
Je, yupo tayari kwa yote yaliyo mbele yake? Daima yupo tayari kutoa msaada.
Muandae mtoto wako tayari kwa shule kwa msaada wa Nido 40 Grow. Nido 40 Grow ina virutubisho vyote muhimu vinavyochangia uimarishaji na ukuaji wa mwili na akili iliyo tayari kwa shule.
Najua yuko tayari kwa sababu upendo ninaompatia unakuwa ndani yake.
Nido 40 Grow huchangia ukuaji na muonekano wa afya bora.
And thank you for joining us for the final part of the series. It has been the Nestlé Wellness Week series. We've had a chat about kids nutrition with My Planted Kitchen, that's Anna Wanjiru. Yesterday we had Eunice Nthenya of Nthenya Nutrition by Nthenya, and we talked about nutrition for the whole family and just making sure that everyone is on track. You know, what's a woman supposed to eat, what's a man supposed to eat in terms of calories, and how to work around creating a better nutrition lifestyle for the whole family. And today we're talking about fitness. And I am so excited because I also recently took up my fitness journey. Yeah. And I know that there's so many questions about it, some of which is on, Shiv posted earlier. Shiv is my host, co-host. I'm tired.
Co-panelist.
Shiv is my co-panelist
okay.
Today. Rather, I will be asking him all the questions. So it's going to appear like I'm sitting in your office and I've come in for consultation. And I know there's so many people who also ask questions on your Instagram page when you posted earlier. So Shiv Simani, also known as Shivarenji yeah. Simani, is the founder of Shiv Fitness.
Yeah,
Shiv Simani Fitness. Yeah. He's a fitness coach, and he will introduce himself to us in a little bit more detail, and then we'll get into the conversation. So thank you all so much. Do let me know where you're joining us from. I'm also following the conversation on Facebook, and we would like you to ask, you know, any question that you may be dealing with around fitness, whether it is weight management, that's either weight gain, or you want to lose weight, or you want to maintain your weight. What kind of foods do you take? You know, I'm curious to ask Shiv if he's ever been on these fad diets that we hear from time to time. So please feel free to ask any question that you would like. Shiv,
Yeah.
Karibu sana.
Thank you very
First of all,
much.
for somebody who hasn't heard about Shiv Simani Fitness, introduce yourself to us.
Yeah.
And you can take your mask off because of COVID-19 protocols. So I will put my mask on when Shiv is speaking, and when he's speaking, I will wear my mask. Shiv.
Yeah. All right. Hey everyone, thanks Ariane. Thanks Ariane. So my name is Shiv Simani. I am a CrossFit L1 trainer, that's level 1 trainer. I am a father, I am a dog lover and dog dad. I am basically a fitness enthusiast. Anything that requires physical activity, I'm just in it. It's like my happy place, one of my happy places. And I'm the founder of Shiv Simani Fitness, which is basically a platform, a website where you come and you're able to consult on meal plans and workout plans, and I can create this for you no matter where you are in the world, depending on your goals.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. So we did have quite a bit of questions, and some of which I will pick up from on Shiv's Instagram page. But I'd like to encourage you to also ask those on the Facebook page, so we're able to just track and keep that conversation going. So Shiv, there's been a lot of questions, and I want to start right from, when somebody usually comes to see you the first time, let's say they haven't worked out in years, or maybe, the doctor has mentioned something, or one day they look in the mirror and they're like, how did I get here? So, what are some of the issues that you feel, from your consultations and your conversations with people are some of the big issues around fitness?
Okay. So what people come to me for, or what I am known for, tend to advertise more, is basically weight loss, weight management. So people come to me whether they're trying to add weight, trying to lose weight, trying to just maintain and stay fit. Maybe they have already been working out and are now looking to level up. So they look for something more intense and they're coming to me. Or maybe they just want to know whether what they're doing is correct, because there are people who will do their research on their own and come to me and be like, this is what I'm on, this is my kind of program, this is my meal plan, is it correct? Because this is my goal. So I will also just steer them in the right direction in that sense. Some of the things that people struggle a lot with, biggest queries are about weight loss. Yes, there's the weight gain, guys. I do not forget about you, because I'm one of you who has always wanted to add weight. Because I was very skinny. I was really skinny growing up. So
we'll get back to that.
So I always wanted to add weight.
Yeah.
And something else is just about, just weight loss mainly. I get a lot of consultations on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that you said, when we were kicking off about, that you give advice on meal plans and workout.
Yeah.
I would like to know, yesterday one of the lines that was said within our conversation was that abs are made in the kitchen. Yeah. So I just want to know from your point of view, somebody who maybe hasn't joined the gym or they're thinking about it, how important is it to balance both a meal plan and a workout plan? Is there one that's more important than the other?
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. I think depending on someone's intensity, there's different steps you can take not to overwhelm yourself. Yeah. If you're the kind of person who can change your lifestyle 180 or is it 360 and change the way you eat, change your activity levels by starting a workout program all at the same time, and you won't get too overwhelmed, then go ahead. However, there's people who like to start slowly. There's some people who start with what they prefer to do or feel like they'll be able to manage first, and sometimes that's a meal plan. So guys will be like, all right, I want to change how I eat, so let's start with that, move with that slowly, and then later on I want to start working out. There are others who just want to work out because maybe they enjoy the working out part. When it comes to the eating, I'm just going to struggle. I know I'm not going to be consistent with it. I don't want to have to think about it right now, but I know I will need to in the future. Both are important. I'd like to say equally, because if you're looking to build muscle and to get strong, there's only one way you can do that, and that's by working out. You can't just eat right and build muscle. It doesn't work like that. For the muscle to grow, it needs to be stimulated to grow. It needs to be given something to do. So without something to do, without it being stimulated by this new stimulus, then there's no reason for it to grow. Why should it grow? And you're not doing anything different. Same thing now, if you're working out and you're building your muscle, but you're not eating right, then now this muscle needs a base, needs a foundation to grow. It needs fuel, basically. So how are you going to fuel this muscle if you're not eating properly? It's not going to work as efficiently as it could. It could happen, but if it was supposed to happen at 100% rate, it's going to probably happen at like 20-30%. So at the end of the day, it's like you kind of need both, because you don't want to also waste time and money. And yes, it's not wasting time and money if you're looking at it in the long run, but if you can get the right direction and education and start right from the start, then you kind of have the head start.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Let's talk about eating properly, which is a word that you've used.
Yeah.
And I know, I mean, we've covered a lot about nutrition, but mostly from a nutrition perspective.
Yeah.
We've not looked at it directly in collaboration with fitness.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, people say, sorry, I keep forgetting to take
I can hear you. Yeah.
So sometimes people say, you know, if you're working out, you have to eat more.
Yeah.
Or you have to eat more of certain foods.
Yeah.
But some say even if you're working out and you're trying to lose weight, you still have to maintain your portions, watch your calories. So sometimes we're not really clear about, you know, how to balance that.
Yeah.
And can you eat anything? Can I eat chips every day and work out every day?
Yes. Yes, you can eat chips every day and work out every day. If that fits in your macros, and by macros I'll get a bit technical here. So I basically look at food for function, and I'll split it into your macronutrients, which is your big food groups. That's your protein, carbs, fats, and you can throw in fiber and vitamins in there. Then, well, fiber. Then there's your micronutrients, which is the vitamins, the minerals from your food. Now, an example of a carb would be your chips.
Yeah.
But now you see, to make it a balanced meal, you also need your protein. So if you're vegetarian, you go for your plant protein. That's the beans, the lentils, the legumes. Otherwise, you go for meat, whichever meat it is. And then you have your vegetables, where you get your fiber, and you have fats. Maybe that's the oil you use to cook, or maybe you're throwing in an avocado, or you're throwing in some butter. All that adds up to your fat for the day. Yeah. So you need all those components to basically build your body. They have different functions. Like carbs are for recovery and energy. The protein will be used for your muscle building. Your fiber will help in your digestion and your stool. So, and your fats will help with your joints, and also with some maintenance of the muscle, and some growth, and also recovery. So you need all these food groups for you to achieve your goal.
Yeah.
So don't ignore one. You have to eat all, and also you have to eat all according to certain factors. How active are you? So let's say it's you and I. Yeah. So I wake up in the morning. Maybe this is just an example. Or this person A, person B. So wake up in the morning. Person A maybe goes for a run at 5 a.m. Maybe for 40 minutes. Person B is still asleep. Then comes back. Maybe prepares their breakfast, and maybe they have 2 kids and prepare their meals for the day. By the time they're actually sitting down, you know, maybe they've showered, they've changed from 5, it's now 7 or 8. And now that's when they're actually sitting down. Now person A now is waking up at 8 and straight into breakfast. So this person has already been active for 3 hours. Maybe they've already hit 5,000 steps. So they've already been burning calories, Then this other person is just waking up, and now they eat. I mean, obviously the person who's more active is allowed to eat a bit more, even by that point, because they've already burnt more. But let's say now they eat the exact same amount. Let's say they eat 1,000, just to simplify this.
Yeah.
Then throughout the day, this other person now sits at their desk and is working on their laptop till lunchtime, and then they order food. So by that time, now they're eating now 2,000 calories, let's say at another 1,000 at lunchtime. This other person has worked out, is now maybe running errands, and let me wait for that. Is running errands and is eating lunch on the go. So they're still very active, or maybe now they have a job as, let's say, a waiter who's very active, constantly standing. So they haven't really sat down the whole day just for their first meal and their lunch. This other person has been sitting all day. Then in the evening, now maybe the first person will now go for a walk leisurely for 30 minutes. Now this other person also usually goes to the gym, because there are people like that. Now from the run in the morning, now in the evening, they're going for a workout. So they'll do a 30-minute workout. They're finally sitting down when they come for dinner. So one person has hit 15,000 to 20,000 steps in a day.
Yeah.
The other person has hit 3,000 steps in a day. And they've both eaten 3,000 calories. So obviously one is probably even under eating and is wondering, okay, maybe they're trying to add weight. So why am I not adding weight? Because now you're so active, you can eat a lot more. But this other person is like, why am I adding weight? But you're not active and you still want to eat in a certain way. So your activity levels, your age, your height, your gender kind of plays into it a bit, really determines all these factors. Yeah.
So I see some comments coming through on the Facebook group. I just want to go through a few of those. And do keep the comments coming. Let us know where you're joining us from. Christopher Ngigi, he says, I'm next to the shooting station, enjoying it. Thank you, Chris. Pius Mirabi, you say, Nestle, good food, good life. Absolutely. Ken Chris Ochino, you say, this is the way to go. And Jacob Macau is asking, hi, Shiverenje, and there's a smiley. And Terry-Ann, I'm an active basketball player. I have what I think is patellar tendonitis, because there are swellings under my knees. What painless exercise would you recommend to remedy this?
Well, thanks for the comments, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's a bit of a difficult one for me, because I do not specialize, and I'm okay with this. I don't know everything. I don't really specialize in sports injury exercises and recovery. I more specialize in weight management exercises, bodybuilding kind of stuff. However, I would say go for your low impact exercises. Try and avoid anything that's jumping, too aggressive with stopping and turning. And even when it comes to your low impact, that can be squats, but do them slow, do them with bands. Really listen to your body, do different variations, work from different levels instead of going all the way down. Put a chair, look at different things, try and see what works. Work with bands. I know what bands work a lot when I had knee issues, in different ways, more unconventional ways than you normally would. You might need to take a break from basketball for a bit. Doesn't mean you stop, just do things differently. So instead of having to go for practice and also running up and down, doing your suicides with the rest of the team, I'd say now just practice your shooting, from different points. So you can still practice basketball, but you kind of have to cut back on some high impact stuff.
All right, you talked about muscle, and I just want to pick this conversation from there. And I remember when I started off in the gym, I was doing a lot of strength, some cardio as well. And I kept being told on the comment section, you shouldn't lift weights, or you'll get muscle, or you look like a guy. So, for women who are getting into the gym, what recommendation would you have in terms of, if you don't have a personal trainer, what kind of strength training should you look for?
That's a good question, because that comes up a lot, especially for ladies who start working out in the gym. First, don't listen to any Instagram or online, not Instagram. I'd say don't listen to online trainers who really don't know anything about what they're talking about. Trust your trainer. If not your trainer, trust a trainer you've seen online or a book you've read that's actually certified. I'd say keep working out, keep lifting your weights. Weights are important across the board. As I said, the only way you can build muscle is by working out. And there's no way, I'm yet to see a lady who looks like a man just from working out normally. Yes, the exceptions, if you're now going into professional bodybuilding to step on stage, and what percentage of the world population does that, less than 1%. You know, and those are levels, those are different levels. But for everyone else, if anything, the more muscle you have, and it's generally harder, it takes longer for ladies to build up muscle just because of test levels and estrogen levels and all. But the more muscle you have, the easier it is for you to burn fat. That's a said in layman terms. Basically what I'm saying is the more muscle you have, the more energy your body is producing to sustain this muscle. So build that muscle and you'll find your fat, the inches lowering and lowering and lowering. You're not going to add inches by working out. You're going to lose a lot of inches, a lot of the extra fat. So usually it's like this is like 1 kg of muscle. This will be 1 kg of fat. So basically fat covers a lot more volume on the body than muscle will. So you can be 60 kgs and another lady is 60 kgs, same height, same age, everything, but she maybe has 10, let's say 12% body fat. So she looks tiny, and you have 20% body fat, but you're so much bigger, but you're exact the same weight. Yeah. You see, so the fat covers a lot more volume, muscle just cuts down on your inches. Yeah.
Wow, that's quite interesting. I want to ask a question on sport training.
Yeah.
And I guess we all get a lot of that, and it's both men and women. The women usually say, oh, I've got a pot, maybe it's from pregnancy or alcohol or anything else. Men as well, sometimes you just want to lose that, everything else you feel like it's fine, and you just want to lose the bulge. Is that possible?
No, like simple answer, no, that's not possible. It's just the same way when, let's say you added weight, you didn't add weight in just one place. I'm yet to see that happen with anyone. You added weight all around. So how is it when you're losing this weight, you're only going to lose it in one area? It's just from common sense point of view, it just doesn't make it can't happen. So you lose fat, your whole body, just your general body fat, and then it'll go now depending on a bit of genetics, depending on how, where you hold more fat. Some people hold more fat on their arms, others the back of their necks, others their tummies, others their hips and their backside. So depending on where you're genetically predisposed to hold more fat, you'll start to see changes in different ways from different people. Some people may be, let's say, 15% body fat and they have abs. Someone else is 15% body fat but has no abs. So it's like genetics also plays a part in it, but you cannot sport train. It's all around. And also, if this weight came in a year,
so even if I did
don't expect it to go in a month.
100 sit-ups a day.
that would be really good for building your abs.
Core. Okay.
Yeah, but
the abs could still hide under the fat.
Yes. The only way to reveal them is to shed off the fat.
Yeah.
That's by building the muscle and cutting down on the calories.
Okay. Let's talk about weight gain. For those who want to gain weight, and I know sometimes we ignore them because either there's so many more people who want to lose weight. But if somebody is looking at weight gain, and you've talked about that it was one of your struggles as well. So how did you get to where you are? And what advice would you have for both men and women who want to add some weight, whether muscle or fat, whichever way?
So I started off. So I've always been pretty active in just sports generally all my life. I actually wanted to be a footballer growing up. A professional footballer. I was fully focused. I was like, I'm not going to high school, I'm going to football academy kind of thing. But it didn't work out. Here I am. But I made sure I'll find a way back into sports. So from the football team to the swim team to whatever I could do, doing triathlons, marathons, anything, sports, that's how it's always been. So I've always been quite active and I've always been slim. Then I just decided, I don't feel like this is it for me. I feel like I could do a lot more. I could get stronger, I could get bigger. So I started working out. And when I started working out, it was after a series of unfortunate events in one year. where I just fell into a certain lifestyle that led me astray, and things happened that could have been a lot worse, but by some power, nothing bad happened. But it could have been a lot worse for very many people. And after that, I think I took a year to work out, I think every day. I think I worked out almost every day for a year and just ate right 2 times a day, 5 days a week, but 2 other days, once a week. I just basically threw myself into working out every single day in the gym. Didn't matter, wasn't drinking no more. I quit smoking. I quit a lot of things. So I just dedicated everything to it. And you know, I saw progress, and it just takes a lot. It's a lot harder for us in terms of you just really have to, the weights really help you gain the weight, but also the eating, you have to eat like never before. So if you think you're eating a lot, start tracking your meals. There's an app called, let's say, MyFitnessPal. That's one of the many apps there are. Start tracking your meals, like literally every single day. Track your meals like it's a food journal. I ate 2 Weetabix in the morning and 1 egg. I ate half a cup of rice and 1 chapati and 200 grams of chicken at lunch. I ate 500 grams of ugali. So this is what I've been eating, and let's say this is 2,000 calories for this month, and this end of this month I haven't added any weight. So I will add another 200 calories to the next week, and then see how that goes. So it reached a point I was from eating 2,000 calories a day to eating 5,000 calories every day. So I went from 70 kgs to 98 kgs. So basically I added a whole person. But you see, this was a period of years of just every single day. It's just, you know, repetition, yeah.
Consistency.
Consistency.
Which is one of the issues that many people struggle with, actually, you know, consistency. And you've mentioned the food journal, and I just want us to stay on that a little bit. I follow Shiro, the cultured cow, and she, you know, she's talked about her food journal, and I think she's working with you. We were. So I've always been curious, you know, how does a food journal help? And I know you've alluded to it a little bit in terms of when you track your meals, then you're really able to know at the end of, let's say, a month, am I eating right? So, you know, how important is it? Is it something that we must all consider doing?
I don't think we all must do it. However, food tracking will help you understand what you're eating better. I think this is across the board. Maybe if you're not tracking, or food journal, let's say food journal. Food journal is a bit different from tracking, because a food journal is just, this is what I'm eating and this is not happening. So maybe you don't want to be the one to count the calories, so you can now consult with a nutritionist. They will help you just see where you're going wrong. So that by the time you're going for consultation, after let's say 2 weeks, or let's say a month of doing this, the nutritionist, the person you're consulting, has a place now to refer to. And it's not just, you said this, or I said, maybe I ate this, I'm not too sure I ate like this, but it's now concrete evidence, and they're able to move from there. But I'll talk on now actually tracking the meals. It now makes you understand what you're eating really in depth. So you may think that just a small, because I'm eating a small piece of ugali, I'm not eating that much, but I'm eating a big piece of the same size piece of sweet potato is the same thing, and it's not the same thing in terms of your calories, in terms of the nutrients each of these 2 carbs are giving you. So these 2 carb sources are not really equal. One is giving you more fiber, more protein, making you fuller for longer, giving you energy for longer. One's just giving you instant energy, is high in calories, and you wouldn't really know that unless you now take the time to actually understand what you're eating. So you may think, me, I eat a lot. Kumbe, what you're eating is just, at the end of the day, 1,500 calories. Well, someone else is like, I don't eat much, but maybe that cake you had was a whole 800 calories. I just ate everything, all your calories for the day. So it's just important in just general knowledge for yourself, and even for future, for your kids and your family, to just understand what food has.
You know, you've just reminded me. So there's my favorite meal in high school. And I went to school in between Transoya and Western at the time. So there was a meal that was like githeri, but they would mix in sweet potatoes and mash them together. And it was and it was amazing. What? So now that you mentioned this, the benefits of sweet potato versus ugali, and I love ugali, but I also love sweet potatoes if it's mixed with that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna head back to
interesting
to that.
Sweet potato with githeri.
So you see the way githeri is made.
Yeah.
Then they put in sweet potato and it's mashed.
So it's mashed.
It's mashed githeri and sweet potato.
Okay. Interesting. I've never.
Which is a lunje meal. Ask your mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Who has actually joined us on Facebook. Rose Simani, you're tuned in. Thank you so much for making time to be with us. We've got a couple of questions, Shiv. Peter asks, when I walk for 10 kilometers and cycle the same distance the following day, I feel the difference. Cycling is more severe and with a burning sensation.
Sorry, walking versus riding?
Versus cycling, yes.
Okay.
My app shows I've burned almost the same calories. Please advise whether both activities have similar results in terms of fitness and weight loss.
So both activities, whether you're riding or walking, it was walking, yeah? Not running?
Walking.
Yeah. Both activities are cardio activities. However, it depends on the intensity of each. Both are 10 kilometers, but you may be walking a bit slower, but you're still covering distance and using energy. And riding may build different muscles in terms of building now your quads. However, they're not that much different from each other. If it's the same distance and same speed all the time, I'd say you kind of have to intensify one if you want more results. But walking generally doesn't. It's more cardiovascular than anything. Yeah. All
right, and then we've got Caroline who's asking, walking versus running, which is better for? Which is better? Then she also asks, cardio versus weightlifting, what works best? And an interesting one, faster.
Faster. Everyone wants a quick results. Everyone wants a quick results, which do not exist. So walking versus running, obviously if you're trying to burn more calories and quicker than running because you're working harder. I mean, you're working harder. If I'm running if I'm running 100 meters versus you walking 100 meters, I've obviously worked harder than you. I've gotten there faster, but none is better than the other in that sense of this one is better for weight loss than this one, because you may be running faster, I may be running faster than you who's walking. However, I'm eating 3 times more and you're eating on a deficit. So I'm not going to lose because I'm eating on a surplus, but you're going to lose because you're eating on a deficit. So you're eating less than your activity level. So there's none that's better than the other in that sense.
Okay.
And which is faster, the weightlifting or cardio, both are good for you. Because just from weightlifting, you're not going to really work your cardiovascular system, your engine, basically. You will a bit, but not as well as you would by doing cardio. Okay. You're not going to be able to go through the anaerobic and aerobic stages, which is working without oxygen and with oxygen that you kind of do when you're doing your cardio, different kinds of cardio, whether it's HIIT, whether it's long, slow cardio. It works your engine. So again, none is better, none is faster. However, you're not going to build muscle really as such. I don't say not going to build, but you're not going to really, it's going to be slow if you're just doing cardio to build muscle. So, and we've already kind of established that you need muscle to help you burn fat efficiently.
Okay, wow, all right. I want us to talk about a question that has been raised on wheat.
Yeah.
And I know, I guess with all these diets, there's the keto diet, there's Banting, and, all these diets that say, stay away from wheat because it's the #1 culprit.
Yeah.
So perhaps just to, what do you advise your clients who come to you with questions around wheat? And we've also got a question around gluten.
Yeah. So I'd say gluten is like a protein you'd find in the wheat, seed products, and that's to be exact wheat. Now, unless you've actually been clinically or medically, diagnosed to be allergic to gluten or wheat, then there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't make you add weight any quicker, any slower. I don't know where it started from, but it just suddenly came out as wheat was now being portrayed as this huge enemy of progress. And I don't think it is, and it's not, unless you're actually like medically allergic to it. Otherwise, or you react to it, and I know someone who does. Otherwise, go ahead, eat. It's not about eating the chapati, it's about how much chapati you're eating.
So we can keep eating our chapati.
You can eat your chapati, your bread, all that. Okay. But how much of it are you eating according to your goal? You know, do you know if you're eating on a surplus or on a deficit?
Yeah.
That's really what matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about pregnancy fitness for a little bit. We've got, I think this was on your Instagram page, where a lady has asked about, you know, how do you go about postpartum weight loss and fitness? But I want to start at the beginning of, you know, during pregnancy.
Yeah.
Because that's a point many women stop working out, either it's because pregnancy is complicated, or it's just it's difficult sometimes, but sometimes it's just an excuse to chill. So, you know, if somebody's pregnant, what advice would you have for them in terms of how they can still keep fit?
Okay. Actually get a lot more inquiries than I thought I ever would from ladies who just got pregnant or found out that they're pregnant and now want to start working out. My advice is, first of all, I don't feel like there's any pregnancy that's exactly the same as the other. Bodies are all different. It all reacts in different ways. However, if you never worked out before, like literally never did your squats, push-ups, entered the gym, this is not the time to enter a gym. It's a very delicate and sensitive period, and this is not the time to start working out. Your body is already going through so much. Now you want to add this extremely foreign thing that's actually stressful to the body, that causes stress, because you're working, you're breaking down muscle, you're stressing it to grow. So you don't want to add this to your pregnancy. However, if you were working out and consistent before, then continue through your pregnancy. However, cut down a bit on the intensity as you go further into your pregnancy, whether it's the weights you're using, how hard you're going. You may need to stop doing some of the movements, but as long as you're safe, you're feeling okay, it's very important to constantly communicate with your trainer or whoever is helping you, just so that you guys are on track and are not doing any lasting damage. But so that's the start. If you were before, you can continue. If you want, it's not the time. Just go slow, nice walks, slow yoga, prenatal yoga, and afterwards, also, let me just talk about afterwards.
And afterwards is usually quite...
Now, afterwards, take time, be easy on yourself, because once I'm a father of 2, and I know once that baby comes, I've seen, it's not easy. It's not easy for me. It's absolutely not easy for the mom, you know, because this baby is now super highly dependent on you, at least for a month or 2. So you have to be there for them. You have to kind of now try to, you know, find yourself again, because you are yourself, then now you're pregnant, so it's not your pregnant self, it's someone else, and now you have to find yourself again with this new person. So it changes a lot of dynamics. So I'm always like, breastfeeding helps you lose weight. Just start eating properly. Try and just cut out on processed food and junk food as much as possible. And just eat proper whole foods. Just continue now for walks, but be easy with yourself. Just take your time. Don't stress yourself like, I have to lose this weight, I have to, you know, it's not the end of the world. Just take time, just move step by step. Do something when you can. If you have this 10 minutes, just do a quick 10-minute yoga routine, or some star jumps and high knees, something small. The more you get time, the more the baby can stay away from you, or you can stay away from the baby, the more you can do. Or even just strap the baby on and keep moving, go for walks with them, because that's also introducing them to this lifestyle of being active. Talk
to us a little bit about home workout. Either within the context of a mom, or basically anybody who feels like either they don't have time to go to the gym, or some say it's expensive to go to the gym.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways in which they can still work out at home without it being either inconvenient or, you know, expensive?
Yeah. So even if, so for home workouts, which are effective, very many people think they're not effective. They are effective, but also depends on your goal. You can't be an Olympic weightlifter by working out at home with just body weight, you know. But if you're looking to get fit, then yes, you can get fit, you can lose weight, or you can even add weight from home workouts. You can add a good amount of muscle. However, you kind of need to be on some sort of program, some progressive program. So if you're absolutely just not sure of what workouts I should do, what I shouldn't do, then I'd say consult me or someone else who's available to you for a workout plan that you can start off with, and that you know I am on the right path, you know, sort of like going backwards and then coming back and then starting again. Just start from the right path from the beginning. They are effective, they work. Obviously they're free because you're using your body weight, and also I think it's okay for you to show your kids, your partner, doesn't matter who's in the house, it's your time to work out, so go ahead and work out. We work out with our kids know workout time is workout time. They join in, they do their push-ups. The baby she just has the time of her life seeing this stuff. The dog's there, you know, so it involves the whole family. Make it a family event. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Whether
Oh, I
to
love
the gym,
that.
Yeah.
So Jacob asks, at what point do supplements, like those used by some people at the gym, become necessary?
What time do supplements become necessary?
Yeah.
So this becomes necessary when you're not able to get the meals that you're trying to get in. Especially for protein, I'd say protein is where people struggle to get enough protein for the day. Now, if you're not able to get all your calories or all your protein, your macronutrients from your food, then that's when you supplement. However, remember that's just like one shake in the day. Yeah. So that's like 10% of what you need. The 90% still has to come from food, because again, you're just supplementing. You're not eating supplements and then supplementing with food. You know, so food is not the supplement. The supplement's the supplement, and the food is the food.
So I'm taking some of the questions that have come through about some of the struggles that people have when it comes to weight management.
Yeah.
And Auma says sodas and junk food, which at least you've touched on a bit, but maybe you can touch on it a little bit more. And Carol struggles with gin. I guess we can talk about alcohol as a whole. And Gin, the alcohol. Okay. And perhaps you can just tell us a little bit about the you know, what alcohol does to you. Can you take it? Can you take it in moderation? Should you stop completely? Are there recommended intakes?
Those are good questions. So on junk food, I'd say don't make it available to you if you know you struggle with it. Like in your weekly shopping, if you're going to keep buying soda and crisps and all the sweets in the world, and you know you can't stop just, you know, going in on them, try to cut them out of your shopping, or get them in smaller packs. If you've been buying the 2 kg pack, now just buy the 1 kg, because okay, we're not trying to cut you off like that all together. Buy the 1 kg pack, and now try spread it out with different days. So instead of eating the whole 1 kg in 1 day or 2 days, how about just try eat just very small bites throughout the week, you know, so you're still kind of satisfying that craving, but it's in moderation. I eat crisps. I don't think they're the devil. I love ice cream actually, and yeah, trust me, I love ice cream, but at the same time, I know that too much of this sugar isn't really good for me. It's not doing anything for me. Like literally, it's not helping me in any way, you know, kind of thing. So if something's not helping you, sodas, try just keep them out of the house, or just buy or take in moderation. For example, we don't even buy sodas in our house. And I have 1 or 2 friends who always come over and they're like, Shiv, how can you not have sodas even for guests? And I'm like, yeah, because, you know, I don't believe in soda at all. Let's just start there. So I'm not going to buy it for anyone, because I don't think anyone should be having any kind of thing. And that's just the way it is. However, yes, my daughter has soda once in a while, but even she knows that soda is not something for every day because it's high in sugar. So we try and explain basically food groups to them, to her. So it's like, okay, have you had a fruit today? No, you haven't had. So you haven't had your vitamins. So you need to have some vitamins from your fruits today. Then you can have your soda, and you can just have half a glass, because that's something you can do afterwards, or you can have now a lollipop a day kind of thing. So just teach moderation, have things in moderation, because at the end of the day, you're the master of your body, you decide, so you kind of have to have that mental strength to decide what it is you want according to goals. Should I go into alcohol?
Yes.
Same thing with alcohol, in moderation, you know, and that's now touches on addiction. Do you have addictive tendencies in your character, in your family, in your genetics? You might want to watch out for that. Do you turn to alcohol because you feel like you need it to have fun or to relax? Why do you turn to the alcohol? Or are you just kind of escaping? What does it do? Why you keep turning to it every day? It doesn't help you in any way in terms of your body. So, I mean, it's just overworking the liver, the kidneys, may mess up your appetite. It really just doesn't help you. So, yes, in moderation, it's fine. It's something, you know, even I do. But I know I can't like drink half a bottle of whiskey today and expect to wake up fresh in the morning, ready to work out and train my clients and focus on my work. So if it's affecting other aspects of your life, then this is something that's not very useful to you. Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, so we've got a question, and this lady says she struggles with working out a week before her menstrual cycle, and she has tracked it for 3 months, and she can see that it's a continuous problem. What advice would you have for her?
I have seen a video on this, and I'd just love to plug it under this in the comment section for her. But the cycles are different. Some ladies come to the gym and it helps reduce pain for like cramp and everything. Some are just not motivated to come as her the week before. Sometimes it just kind of has to be kind of a mental thing, just kind of have to come. Or if that's the week that you feel like a nyewe, coming with this counteractive because now you just start to hate it, take a break. It's okay to take a break. If you're going to go hard 80% or 90% of the time, that 10 to 20% won't affect the overall goals as much. Remember, you're not in this just for, you know, a short time. You're trying to do this for a long time. It's about longevity. So if you feel like there's 3 to 5 days that you really just can't, you know, then just take a break, take some time away, maybe do something else in terms of maybe going for a walk or anything else, but going to the gym where you feel like it's the worst thing. But I just encourage you to try do something to stay active, even if it's 2 out of those 5 days.
Okay. So Brenda Miseva asks, can a long weekend workout binge substitute shorter daily workouts?
A long weekend workout binge, that's relative to individuals, because I take that as maybe you worked out on Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Or only Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, let's say Saturday and Sunday. But how long did you work out on Saturday and on Sunday? You know, I highly doubt you're working out more than 2 hours on Saturday and more than 2 hours on Sunday. And if you were, how intense is more than 2 hours? Even I just work out for 45 to an hour every day, and I think that's fine. Even 30 minutes. Today I worked out for 25 minutes to be exact, and you know, that's fine. So it's like within that time you have, how intense is your workout? It can be 2 hours, but in the 2 hours, you're resting 3 minutes in between, you're chilling. So no, it does not substitute for a whole week of single workouts. I don't think it does. And also, why are you doing short ones over the week, very long ones over the weekend? Or why do you want to substitute? I'm trying to understand that logic.
Maybe she's busy during the week. Maybe she works far from home.
Okay, then no, the 2 days is, I'd say it's good that you're working out on the 2 days, but doesn't mean you shouldn't, or it substitutes for the rest of the week.
Yeah. Okay. So Zek says, rest days feel like missing a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
How do you psychologically enjoy the rest?
I think rest is important for everyone. However, also, I strongly believe that it's not written somewhere that you have to rest this week because you worked out Monday to Saturday, you have to rest on Sunday. Sometimes you just kind of have to listen to your body. Like, if you feel like you can still go on Sunday, then go ahead and work out. However, also be aware that you can still burn out. So just go ahead and work out. You don't have to do as intense as you usually do. Just do something light. So if in the whole week you really go hard, then Sunday just do an active workout. That's like more extremely light weights, just move. I'm the same. I'll still go for a walk, I'll still go for a run on my rest day, because for me it's an active rest day. So I still enjoy this. I don't just need to chill and do nothing the whole day, and because it's a rest day, it's written and said that this is a rest day. No. So just go ahead, just listen to your body. If now on Wednesday, your body is like, hey, boss, that's it. We actually now just need to chill and just stretch for 10 minutes and we're good. That's what you need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
So we've got a question. Natasha says, my family has an issue with our hip bones, with a couple of hip replacements having been done with older members. I find majority of exercises that require hip movement hurt. I even hear a constant click when doing squats. Any exercises for lower body that you would recommend?
I think that's another difficult one. I'm not able to like diagnose what exactly is happening and that's a difficult one. I don't think I can answer it on this forum.
Okay. So she should probably see
I think she should probably see a specialist in terms of this workouts and recovery workouts on a physio. There are really awesome physios around who can help out with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't be my field.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got a question from Eunice Mulinge. Would you advise 1,000 skips 5 times a week?
1,000 skips 5 times a week. Yeah, I mean that it's a workout and you're working out, so it's cool. But for how long are you going to do 1,000 skips for 5 days a week? At some point, your body is like, all right, every day we're going to do 1,000 skips for 5 times. So
and
there's
your
nothing new.
Would your knees get injured by that? No. Or I'm thinking like an old person, because I'm old.
I feel you. One person's may, but another person may be okay. It's not like absolute and certain that you will be affected by knee pain. But also if your technique is good and your recovery is good, you're doing what you need to do in foam rolling and stretching and mobility workouts, then you might be okay and might not experience any of this. However, you will need to vary and progressively intensify the workout at some point. So workouts should be progressive loading, and this progressive loading it can be progressive loading with weight, progressive loading with number of sets and reps, progressive loading with the amount of time you rest, so all these things can increase or decrease the intensity of your workout. So you kind of have to keep challenging your body and yourself.
So Nicole says milkshakes and smoothies are my downfall, especially because I like them sweet. What would you advise her in terms of, what can she replace it with that is still healthy, but possibly still within milkshake or smoothies?
Milkshakes and smoothies. I'd say, smoothies can be quite healthy, and I'd say go for ingredients that are more natural. Instead of adding sugar, there's sugar in the fruits you're using, so don't add any sugar. You may not need to add any honey. There's already, again, sugar in the fruits. And then again, are you having a balanced diet at the end of the day? Are you trying to add weight? Are you trying to lose weight? It's all about your goal. If you don't really have a goal, then there's not much I can tell you. So what's your goal? Then from there, all right, this is what you need to do moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah, but you need to have a goal.
All right. So John Joker says eating right when broke is a challenge that he faces because there's a perception that, healthy food is expensive, and maybe you can talk to us about that a little bit, and getting time to train with a very, very draining job, mentally mostly. So I guess he must be in a workspace that really, you know, it's into his mental space.
Yeah.
And by the time he's done, he's just like, I better sleep.
Yeah.
And perhaps with that one, you can combine with this one from Steph Wanjiru, who says, my challenge is starting. I always postpone to start. I'll start next week. She's one of those ones. I'll start next month. I'll start next year. But she says, I just end up not starting. Perhaps you can combine the two.
Okay. Okay. So I'll start with the starting. I'd say start, or should I just start with the first question that was asked so it's not confusing? So in terms of eating according to like your budget or eating if you're broke, I'd say go for, even if it means going for the same meal every day that's budget friendly, works. I think something like rice, ugali, beans, peas, there's dengu, there's lentils, like that's perfect for, that's like perfect bodybuilding meals, you know. So, and those are not expensive. There's no way you'll tell me those are expensive. So if you can eat that, then you can achieve your goal easy. And in terms of working out, if you feel like you're going to be tired at the end of the day, then work out first thing in the morning. Literally open your eyes, step out of bed and work out. Like don't even leave your room before you've hit your 20-minute workout. And if you're going to say you're going to be late, then wake up 20 minutes earlier and do your workout. I don't believe in there's no time excuse for working out. There's no one who's telling me you cannot work out in 24 hours. Even if you're tired, you're drained, get home before you get on your phone and social media, before you switch on that TV, before you do anything else, work out. Literally blinders on, work out. This is a meeting with yourself. There's no one who can tell me they don't have 20 minutes in a day to work out. I refuse to believe that. So that one is not an excuse. Let's just throw it out the window. I know I'm a bit harsh, but I refuse.
You've challenged me as well, because sometimes I say if I don't go to the gym, I'm like, phew, thank God, so I don't have to work out. I'm like, so I'll just chill, get my phone. The first thing I wake up. But I guess I'll now just put it into my routine as well. Wake up 20 minutes earlier. If it's not a regular gym day, do something, just or take a walk in the evening. Work out with the kids in the house. So I think that's a great challenge for us. So my phone has gone off where I'm unable to track the conversation on Facebook for now. However, I know that I did ask all the questions that had been asked on the page. And I believe we just have about 5 minutes to finish, but we can wrap up anytime now. Perhaps as we wind up, Shiv, just a quick wrap up of advice you'd give to somebody about fitness, maybe something we haven't touched on that you think is important, or just a wrap up of, if you're looking to, or if you haven't thought about it, please, these are the reasons why. All right.
I'll just touch on first the question on start, on, how to start. I think that will just tie into the rest. Start slow, start with something you enjoy. So start slow, start with something you enjoy, and have a goal. I think it's important to literally write down what your goals are. I'm trying to do this. I want to, get stronger here. I want this to be like this. Write them down. From there, then just set extremely realistic. When I say extremely realistic, like next week, not even start next week, there's this saying, tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow never comes, because it's always tomorrow. So just start now. Literally that day you say, I need to. If you think about it early in the morning when you wake up, then do it at that time. Literally go onto YouTube and do the first thing that you see there. Next day, maybe take a break, or just do the next thing that you see. Try different things. Try as many different things. Go for a walk, go for a run, go for a jog, go for a hike, ride a bike. Just do something, try different things, and you'll eventually, I believe, find something that you enjoy more than the other, and then just stick to that. Now, make that an important meeting that you have to attend to. every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Shiv, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For being on this conversation today. I mean, fitness is one of those things that, you know, we unfortunately begin to think of when it's gotten too far. Yet making it a daily part of our lifestyle is what we should aim to, you know, to achieve. So thank you so much for the amazing tips, for challenging us to, you know, to just either wake up a little bit earlier, but even on a rest day, just be active, you know, be active. So thank you so much for that. Zeddy, you say you're tuned in. Asante sana. Nicholas Simani, is that?
That's my dad.
That's your dad. Wow, you have such a supportive family.
Yeah, extremely supportive.
Patience Moyer, you say you're tuned in. Alice Wango, you're tuned in as well. And everybody else, Eunice, Nicole, Natasha, Macau, Benjamin Otieno, who you say you love Cerevita, and Caroline as well. Thank you. Peter, Rose Simani, Christopher, Pius, Jacob, thank you all so much for making time to be with us. Remember to share this conversation, as it will stay on the Nestlé East Africa page. Somebody who missed out on it that you know will benefit from it, please feel free to share it with them on any group that you're in, a WhatsApp group as well that talks about fitness. This is just a conversation that they needed to hear. So this conversation, my conversation with Shiv, ends the Nestlé Wellness Week series this week. It's been an amazing week just talking about wellness, everything from mental wellness to nutrition, nutrition for kids, nutrition for the whole family, and today we have wrapped it all by talking about fitness, which Shiv says no matter whether it's rest day or not, we have to keep active and watch what you eat. As we said yesterday on the conversation with Ntenya, abs are made in the kitchen, so also watch what you're eating. Well, thank you again so much for being part of the conversation and being with us the whole week. Remember to follow Shiv on Instagram.
Yeah, at
Shiv Simani, so you can get further tips on just how to keep your wellness tip-top. My name is Serian Chebet, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be part of this conversation throughout this whole week. If you'd like to see more, please follow the hashtag Nestlé Wellness Week, where you'll find a lot of what we have shared throughout the week. Until next time, asante sana.
Bye.
Nestlé Cerevita with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins, iron, and minerals that gives children the nutrients they need for a great start for school. New Nestlé Cerevita with Grain Smart, also available in a small affordable pack.
Je, yupo tayari kwa yote yaliyo mbele yake? Daima yupo tayari kutoa msaada.
Muandae mtoto wako tayari kwa shule kwa msaada wa Nido 40 Grow. Nido 40 Grow ina virutubisho vyote muhimu vinavyochangia uimarishaji na ukuaji wa mwili na akili, iliyo tayari kwa shule.
Najua yuko tayari kwa sababu upendo ninaompatia unakuwa ndani yake.
Nido 40 Grow huchangia ukuaji na muonekano wa afya bora.